Metal, Metal, Metal.
When the Eskimos talk about snow, they have over 30 different words for snow, and we just have the one. Sometimes I wish there were 100 words for love, because I think there are many different meanings. I think in the end, when you die, you don't think, I mean, a musician doesn't worry about whether he got the third mix right on the fourth track, but it's the issues about how well you loved and how you were loved, and how those relationships worked. I'm sure those are what's important then. But in your day-to-day life, you forget that very easily, and it's easy to go into work and maybe I think 42 years old now, and I have kids. So I started quite young. I met my wife when she was 14 and I was 16. And my daughters are now 16 and 18 years old. So I think that being a parent changes your perspective on things. Then too, I had to divorce 5 years ago, and then another intense relationship. So I've had to look at myself and dig in the dirt a little bit to find out some of the shit inside me and understand what goes wrong. So I think I've learned a lot more about myself in recent years, and so I think that some of that in this record and some of fatherhood. So I think it is true that the atmosphere changes. Yeah, when you're in your 40s than when you're in your 20s. Relationship with a woman has been difficult for me. I mean, many things in my life have been very easy, and there have been some wonderful times for me, both as a partner, as a husband, as a boyfriend, as a lover. I've had some wonderful experiences. But then there's also been old stuff which has come through and made difficulties, and so it's that part of my behavior that I'm trying to look at and change. And I think you can't change a whole lot about your personality, but what you have the possibility to do is understand it, and therefore have more control over it. The new record is called Us. Us as in two people, relationship, and us as in all of us, as in people. The measure of how civilized someone is where he places the dividing line between us and them. While you can put people in the box marked them, you can kick them around a lot more easily than you can when they're in the box marked us. So I think it's useful to try and empty the box marked them and fill up the box marked us. A lot of this record is to do with relationship stuff, in terms of marriage breakup, and then another relationship after that, which also broke up. And I had to look inside myself and find out really what
was going on and what was going wrong. I think the digging in the dirt image is very much about layers, you know, something like a dog getting carried away digging in the earth.
Something in me, dark and sticky, all the time is getting strong.
I was trying to get something sort of angry and murderous in a way.
With this feeling, can't go on like this too long. This time you've gone too far. This time you've gone too far. This time you've gone too far. I told you, I told you, I told you, I told you. This time you've gone too far. This time you've gone too far. This time you've gone too far. I told you, I told you, I told you, I told you. Don't talk back. Just drive the car. Shut your mouth. I know what you are. Don't say nothing. Keep your hands on the wheel. Don't turn around. This is for real.
I was working on one project about death row and why we kill, and realized that perhaps by acknowledging and going through the dark side of yourself, that you can actually sort of come to terms with it and accept it and, in a sense, have it neutralized a little bit. I was going crazy in London for a while, as we were in a place with paper-thin walls. So I moved out in 1974, and I've been out in this area ever since. I think it's much easier to sing songs than talk about them. For me, some of the moments improvising when you just got an idea and you're singing free or you're playing free are the most exciting. It's very spontaneous and from the gut, really. Whereas, you know, once you engage the brain, it's sort of analyzing. So there are barriers that get in the way.
They had been there from the start.
I wanted to use the biblical image in Blood of Eden because it was the time when man and woman were in one body. And in a sense, you know, maybe in a relationship and making love, that's a struggle, is to get some form of merging of boundaries, some sort of real powerful union. And there are many obstacles to this. I really like the work of Zadok Ben David, and there's a simplicity and purity to the images and the way he uses figures. It seems very touching and very personal. Steam has been described as hot, wet and wobbly. It's great for me just to have sent out tapes of songs to different artists and get back different pieces of artwork. It's very exciting and quite surprising for me to see the way different people interpret the music. A lot of ideas have been put forward as to why a record may or may not be successful. Groove, melody, musical content, performance, but many years ago I realized the key factor in determining the success of a record is the haircut.
Give me steam, how you feel can make
Team is the most up track on the record, I think. It's obviously got all these soul references and comes out of the same family that Sledgehammer grew out of. Stax, Atlantic, early years. In this song, the woman is cultured, sophisticated, and knows everything, and the man knows nothing. The only thing he really knows a lot about is this woman.